welcome back. I'm your girl Kizzy. I'm doing this live right now. Um, this is a special one, and this is a way of me doing my part. So I'm going to share this video with you. Hang on. Here we go.
Massively groundbreaking technology from Elon Musk. His controversial biotech company Neuralink has received the go-ahead from an independent review board to begin human trials for its brain implants.
Now, the tech billionaire Musk announced Neuralink received approval from an independent review board to begin recruitment.
Elon Musk has officially launched the mark of the beast, which is the number that's already predicted in the Bible called as the 666. Now, in the Bible, it says that there will be a day where a mark of the beast will be introduced, and it also mentions that the mark of the beast will be called as the number 666. And now it's official that Elon Musk has officially launched his upcoming Neuralink project, and it was just approved by the FDA's, where it is clinically available for everyone.
Want to let y'all know real quick, I've been trying to tell y'all, it's that time. Y'all need to get close to Christ as you possibly can. Here's why. Another prophecy is being fulfilled.
Out there to be able to go ahead and be implanted with the Neuralink chip.
You know what makes my firm different? We focus on you. We focus on telling you your story, how this accident has impacted you.
Now, what's actually interesting is that the original Bible was actually translated in the Greek language. And Greek language was usually translated using numerology. And anytime you translate anything into a Greek language, you actually use the Greek calculator, which is basically based off the alphabets and numerology. You kind of just combine them both. And that's how they translated the original Bible, which was written in Hebrew, to the first ever translation, which was in Greek. And in the Greek language, after translating it, the mark of the beast was called as the number called 666. And what you'll actually be surprised is that if you go to Google and open a Greek numerology calculator and type in the English name called Neuralink, then you will see that the translation of the word called Neuralink in the Greek translation is nothing but the number 666. Now, if you don't know how to pull out the Greek numerological calculator, you can simply just go to ChatGPT and just type in, can you calculate the word Neuralink to a Greek calculator, and tell me what number it actually says. And first thing it's going to do is it's basically going to use all the English alphabet, and then it's going to translate that to the Greek word. And these two are basically what the Greek word stands for. And then if you try to translate the name in Greek into the Greek numerology, then you'll actually find out that this word Neuralink translated to the Greek numerology stands for the number called 666. Now, if you can't really find a Greek calculator, you can of course go ahead, use the ChatGPT. It's going to give you like a full-on explanation. And as you can see, it says, so when the Neuralink is written in Greek letters and run through isophacy, the total number comes out to 666, which is the so-called number of the beast from the Revelations in the Bible. Now, honestly, guys, it can never get much clearer than what it already is right now. It seems like everything is right in front of our eyes, and they're basically just telling us the truth. And now, since the languages are changed and people are completely busy with their own lives, and there are so many distractions like televisions and entertainment, and it's really hard to even survive in this generation, that people are so busy that they can't really pay attention to all the things that are currently out there right in front of our eyes. And that's where the Neuralink comes in, where it seems like Elon Musk has purposefully just named this device as the...
I don't know about y'all, but me, I'm ready. Okay, I know where I'm going. I'm ready. I just hope that you are ready. So this is why I'm sharing this. And proof of prophecy is actually unfolding in front of you. You can like or hate me all you want, but this video right here, honey, you can't deny it no more. You cannot deny it no more. Forget about me. Pay attention to this.
The Neuralink, which then stands for the number 666. Now, obviously, what's interesting about the prophecies of the Bible is that the prophecies are 100% going to happen. Even if the devil himself knows that certain things are already mentioned in the Bible and people are going to be aware of that, the beautiful part about the prophecy and the truth is that the devil can only take those souls that can clearly see the truth that is presented right before their eyes, and they still accept it instead of rejecting it. So those are the only kind of souls that the devil will be able to own. So it is, of course, very obvious that everything is right in front of our eyes, but then there is a massive deception where the world is just keeping us way too busy in order to notice it. Now, even though we can see that Neuralink is coming out, it's already out there and people are already starting to use it, but not everyone in the world that actually knows about the 666 and the mark of the beast, that have already read the scriptures, are able to pay attention to something that's literally right in front of their eyes. And the reason why is because they're just too occupied with the things of this world. And what's interesting is that Elon Musk has just got a $9.3 billion investment within just 24 hours in his Tesla project, as well as the Neuralink project. Now, this just happened within 24 hours, and the market cap and net worth of Elon Musk is currently just skyrocketing like it has never been done before. This is what victory feels like.
Look, I know this feels illegal, but it's not. It's just something that the insurance companies pray you never find out about. I was paying
Now, what's even more interesting is that in the month of August, which is right now as we speak, the FDA has officially approved the Neuralink project to be clinically used for all people out there in the public. So anyone who actually wants to go ahead and get their hands on the Neuralink can officially now sign up and get the chip inserted inside of their body. Now, there are already people that are currently using the Neuralink, and it actually seems like it's an amazing technology that can literally just read your mind, and you can also control anything out there in the world that is technology using your mind. And
Wait, was that a kid just now?
there are already people that are currently using the Neuralink, and it actually seems like it's an amazing technology that can literally just read your mind, and you can also control anything out there in the world that is technology using your mind. And that's how crazy these Neuralinks are. Now, currently, it seems like there are already 5 official human patients who have already started using the Neuralink, and some of the things that they've captured with the new superhuman abilities that they have just received is just insane. And I think
I'll say it again. The Bible does speak that not everybody is going to heaven. Here we go.
you guys should take a look at this footage right here. This right here is where Joe Rogan speaks about the guy who's actually playing the video game called the Counter-Strike, completely using the Neuralink that is inserted inside of his brain, and he's just using the Neuralink in order to play this very famous video game, which is known to be highly competitive. Let's take a look at this stuff.
Have you seen the new video of the second Neuralink patient?
I have not.
There's video of him playing Counter-Strike. So Counter-Strike, which is a very popular online 3D game, and this guy who does not have use of his body has this Neuralink implant. He's the second Neuralink patient, and apparently with each iteration it gets more and more sophisticated and better. So this is from this person's point of view, he's playing this video game entirely with his mind.
Better than I can with my
Well,
with my
better
hands.
than anybody can. The first Neuralink patient we had him on, and he said essentially it's like having an aimbot because you don't miss. You look at the thing you're trying to shoot at, and
Look at that. He's literally just getting headshots. Every single thing. He just needs to look at the heads, and then it's automatically going to, lock on and shoot. This is just insane.
look at the thing you're trying to shoot at, and instantaneously your crosshairs
Wow.
go there. Wow. This is all him doing this entirely with his mind.
Now, apart from gaming, there are also people that are currently using the Neuralink.
I told y'all this was going to happen like a while back. I told y'all that. Now I can only hope that y'all come to Christ somewhere or another. But this is just proof. Love me or hate me, this is proof, whether you like me or not. Proof of prophecy.
think with patients that are already paralyzed, people that really can't use their body like any normal person would. So they are now using the brains, and they're also using this on a monkey. They actually implanted the Neuralink on a monkey, and it seems like the monkey became way too intelligent for a species that it's not supposed to be. So take a look at this footage right
groundbreaking
here.
technology from Elon Musk. His controversial biotech company Neuralink has received the go-ahead from an independent review board to begin human trials for its brain implants. The FDA approved the human clinical study back in May. So recruiting is now open for paralysis patients who will undergo robot-controlled surgery, implanting a chip into their brain. The goal is to let people control a computer cursor or keyboard just by using their thoughts. Very cool. So far,
So the entire surgery is going to be done using robots. So no humans are going to be involved in this stuff. I don't know how far you can trust these robots.
It's only been tested on animals.
So this is a monkey that they've already implanted the Neuralink chip on, and apparently it's just trying to use the cursor by playing this ping.
So you don't have to take my word for it. It does say in the Bible, everything that has breath, praise the Lord. Well, monkey has breath too. Everything that has breath, praise the Lord.
Ping pong game right here. So it really does a very good job.
This video shows,
so as you can see, it's controlling the mouse right here.
A monkey playing what the company calls Mind Pong, right? So the monkey is basically using the brain to move the cursor on that screen.
That's crazy,
Is
right?
that monkey happy? Are we talking happy monkeys here? I don't think so.
There was some outcry a few years ago when a couple of the macaques that were used in these trials died. The company said it wasn't because of these trials, but yes,
obviously they're not going to accept that it was them that actually killed these animals. So they're just going to make up stories. But it seems like a lot of animals did die in the process of getting the animal trials done. But right now, after they've done everything with the monkeys and dogs and mouse, and they've basically done that with all different animals. And after all of that is completed, they have now officially just entered into human trials, and the human trials is also done. And now it's officially available out there in the market. You can just go to any hospital and ask for a Neuralink chip inserted, and they're going to contact the Elon Musk's biochip company, and then they're basically going to arrange for a chip that's going to be inserted inside of your brain. Now, the thing that is actually very interesting about this stuff is that the Bible, this book right here, it already speaks about how the mark of the beast is going to be inserted inside of your head and your forehead, right? So your forehead and your head is going to be the only place where it's going to be inserted. But as of now, it's already working. And it seems like it's just started its process, although there's still a few years until we get the 666, the mark of the beast, officially being forced onto all people. And it's going to be the only chip that's going to be used in order to go ahead and trade. And basically, food, you're not going to be able to travel, you're not going to be able to do any sort of things without actually having the mark of the beast available on your body implanted. So without you doing that, you can't really do anything in the world. So you are basically going to be forced, is what the scriptures of the Bible says. And this day is yet to come, and I think we are just starting off. This is like the first starting phase as to when the 666 mark of the beast, the chip, the Neuralink, has officially entered the market of all the hospitals and stuff. So very soon, I think in a couple years from now, which is known to be the tribulation years, the 70-year tribulation, when Antichrist is going to be ruling the world, when he's going to be forcing on the mark of the beast into every single human being. And if you don't take it, you're basically just left to die. That's how the situation is going to be, and God has already commanded in the Bible. And I even looked up specifically for the verse in the Bible, which actually describes the mark of the beast, known as the 666. And in Revelation chapter 13, verse 18, it actually says that here is wisdom. Let him with understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is going to be 666. Now also in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 to 17, it very specifically mentions that it says that people will be forced to receive a mark on their right hand or on their forehead to buy or sell anything in this world. And in verse 18, it says that it identifies the beast number as 666. But then the Bible never actually speaks about the mark of the beast being a chip or like a Neuralink or any sort of specific information. But then the only specific specific stuff that they've already mentioned and they've warned us is that this thing is going to be called as the number 666. And that's exactly what's happening right now. And Neuralink, if you just translate it to the original Greek language in which the Bible was translated, you will see that it's 666. And also take a very close look at what the Bible says in this particular verse, where it mentions that he who has the understanding will be counting the number of the beast, which means that we are supposed to count of what the 666 basically means and how the number can be calculated. So that's something that God asks us in order to go ahead and do it so that you're not deceived out of this world. Now, if you go ahead and take a look at the full verse, it actually says that the Antichrist, the guy who's going to be making this chip, is basically going to be forcing even the small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, in order to receive the mark of the beast on their right hand or on their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell without having the mark or the name of the beast or the number of the beast on his body. So here's the wisdom. Let him who has the understanding in order to count the number of the beast be known that the number is going to be called as 666, so that you are basically warned by God himself in the scriptures. And it also says in Revelation chapter 14 verse 9 to 11, this is the most important part of the Revelation, where it actually warns that if any man worships the beast and his image and receives the mark of the beast on his forehead or on his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture into the
Take a look at this. As low as $22 a month for car insurance. Your insurance company
cup of indignation, and the smoke of the torment ascended upon forever and ever. And they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and of his image, and whosoever received the mark of the beast are going to be completely abandoned by God himself. So God already warns us that you're not supposed to take the mark of the beast, and if at all you end up taking it, you're going to be completely going through the wrath of God, and it's going to completely abandon you. And it also mentions that we'll go through a period called as tormentation. And not even God is going to be able to save us once you receive the mark of the beast. So that is one of the most deadliest things that you can ever do in your life. Now here's a video where Elon Musk actually explains about what his plans are with the mark of the beast. Now, although it kind of seems like he's trying to help the universe, he's trying to help humanity, but still it seems like everything is right in front of us in the plain sight, and he already named this chip as, 666. So it's a very clear message to the world right here.
So
look at this stuff.
Our second product is called Blindsight, which is to enable people who are completely blind, lost both eyes or optic nerve, or just can't see at all, to be able to see by directly triggering the neurons in the visual cortex.
So he's basically trying to cure blind people, which is a great news, by the way. If someone can't see at all, like completely, he can...
I wonder something. I wonder if Elon Musk is the Antichrist. He's doing the healer and stuff with his chip. And what does the chip represent? 666. I'm wondering if Elon Musk is the Antichrist. The Bible does say that we won't know the Antichrist until it's that time. So I wonder if it's him. What would you think? What do you think? Put in the comments.
Basically give them vision back again. So he's going to use like the cortical nerve, and I don't know if he's going to use some sort of a camera and stuff like that, so the camera can basically see all the things around in the world, and it's going to send like a neuron signal into the brain, and it's going to read, and that's how the person is going to know what the camera is actually seeing. So these are like the things that he's basically trying to create, or maybe he already has the technology right now and it's currently being developed. If you go down to the official Neuralink YouTube channel, you'll actually see that they have like a very sci-fi, trailer and advertisement for the Neuralink that they have just uploaded, and it actually looks very crazy. I don't know if you guys have seen the series called Black Mirror. It kind of reminds me a lot about that, man. Just take a look at this stuff.
Neuralink's PRIME study, the first clinical trial of a groundbreaking experimental device that could help transform the lives of people with paralysis. Imagine the joy of connecting with your loved ones, browsing the web, or even playing games using only your thoughts. This is made possible by placing a small cosmetically invisible implant in a part of your brain that plans movements. The device is designed to interpret your neural activity so you can operate a computer or a smartphone by simply thinking about moving. No wires or physical movement are required. By participating in the PRIME study, you'd be helping to...
So that's basically how you can type. You just need to see that stuff and just think. Whatever word you want to say, just think, and it's going to like automatically type.
To redefine the boundaries of human capability.
I mean, it's really cool.
If you've been living with quadriplegia from a spinal cord injury or with ALS, you may qualify for the PRIME study. We'd love to share more with you and get you on board.
And also take a look at this. This guy was like the second person who actually got the Neuralink implanted inside of him. And he basically mentions that he has supernatural powers. He can see things that we can't. He can do things that we can't. It's really fascinating what these guys have done with the technology right here.
And I said, what's Neuralink?
Neuralink, co-founded by Elon Musk, is an experimental implantable brain-computer interface, or BCI. A chip surgically implanted by a robot and connected by threads to a patient's brain that allows the patient to control a computer or smartphone with their mind.
So he's basically completely paralyzed, this guy, and he's able to play chess right here, as you can see, completely using his brain.
This is all from there to there. Yeah, man.
He's basically doing that stuff.
Neuralink is not the only company working on this technology. Several others are also testing their BCIs in paralyzed volunteers. Noland now joins that small group as Neuralink's first patient.
I was just very happy that I would be a part of something that I believe is so monumental in this next step forward of helping people with paralysis. What can you... Something I was able to do beforehand.
So he's basically controlling Spotify right here. He's trying to change the
made-up term semi-numismatic. The industry created their own term.
Music. He's even playing around with volumes and stuff, and he's not even using a mouse. He's completely paralyzed. He's just doing it all with his brain. Look at this stuff.
Played some music? Yeah, man. That's awesome. Do you worry
he's reducing
because
the volume? That's crazy.
Like the first patient that something unforeseen could go wrong now that this is inside your head?
Fair enough question.
I wouldn't say worry. It was something where I knew that if I did this, then it would take a lot of headache and heartache away from the people down the road.
I don't think so, man. Definitely not. After knowing what this whole stuff is, and you're still like complying with this stuff, and it's just crazy. It's just crazy what these guys are doing. Now, on the official YouTube channel of Neuralink, you'll actually find that Elon Musk just gave a brand new speech 2 months ago, where he was just introducing the summer update 2025 for Neuralink, and he actually says some crazy things about this stuff.
Like your phone, all the applications you use. People actually are already a cyborg. You can maybe have an intuitive sense for this by how much you miss your phone if you leave it behind. Leaving your phone behind is it's almost like missing limb syndrome.
I don't think so.
Your phone is somewhat of an extension of yourself, as is your computer. So you already have this digital tertiary layer, but the bandwidth between your cortex and your digital tertiary layer is limited by speech and by how fast you can move your fingers and how fast you can consume information visually. But I think it's actually very important for us to address that input-output bandwidth constraint in order for the collective will of humanity to match the will of artificial intelligence.
It's basically saying that he wants to turn yourself into a mobile phone because he doesn't want you to miss the mobile phone. You know, as technology has become a very prime part of our world, now he basically wants to create something that can help us become the technology itself. A cyborg in other languages. Go down here, you'll actually see
this is not
this video right here.
Your ordinary brain-controlled cursor. This is actually a record-breaking control, literally on day one, beating decades of brain-computer research. And I'm about to show you the clip. On day one, Nolan breaking the BCI world record.
Whoa! He beat the world record.
Oh, shit.
Oh, well done, man. Well done. He's a new world
So this is the guy that actually took the Neuralink, and he's actually beating records using the Neuralink. He's basically superhuman.
Record holder.
Oh, no way.
That's insane.
Is Nolan is not
And
the
he's
only
also
cyborg
playing
playing
video
Mario Kart
games.
in this clip. We actually have a whole community of users, as mentioned earlier, and this
Look at
is
this stuff.
literally 5 of our first users of Neuralink playing Mario Kart together over call.
So they're all just paralyzed people. They can't really move their bodies and stuff. They're just sitting out there in their homes and just, looking at the video game and playing it using their minds. I mean, the kind of technology that these things possess is insane, to be honest.
Mario Kart it's cool. You're using one joystick and then you're clicking like a couple of buttons to throw items.
Interacting with. And in the same way that Moore's law propelled forward many subsequent revolutions in computing, we think that sensing more and more neurons will also completely redefine how we interact with computers and reality at large. When I was a child, I used a 56 kilobit modem to access the internet. You remember what it's like? You would go to a website.
You're lucky. You're a lucky bastard. When I was a child, we had acoustic couplers.
Oh yeah, okay.
So just beep at each other.
Yeah.
So they're basically saying that you don't need internet anymore because you yourself are the internet. You basically have all the knowledge of an AI right inside it. So in case, even though we love AI,
it has to be appealing. They want to make it where you see what it can do for you. So of course you want it, but what you got to do to have it, basically giving your soul up for this. That look appealing.
It's like ChatGPT because it has a lot of information that we humans don't. You basically can integrate ChatGPT's knowledge right inside your brains, and you basically have answers to each and everything. You're going to become a superhuman, is what it's all about. And I think it's going to make a lot of people kind of have the greed in order to go ahead and, opt for the Neuralink. But then at the end of the day, I think it's a massive product that's really coming up right now, and it's going to go all the way into the market. And a lot of people, millions, are going to opt for it very soon. And it's just a fraction of time. It's just a matter of time until it's going to become the mark of the beast that's going to be forced onto people in the future. And that's already what the Bible warns us about. So,
yeah. So I wanted to share that with you in hopes that this reaches as many people as it can. Like I said, you can love me or hate me if you want. I still forgive you. Hope that you forgive me. What you gotta do to get into heaven anyway. But this definitely needs to be shared because the prophecy right in front of you. Love you. Hope you like on this. I hope you sub up.